Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Ask Coach V. So excited to be here with all of you. Hey, and of course, we have here Super Coach Ivon Martin. Hi, Coach.
Hey, Coach. Hey, everyone. Yes, welcome to another episode of Ask Coach V. We love doing these. They're so much fun, and I truly believe we deliver a lot of value on them too. So make sure you guys stay engaged. Watch this to the end. Hit that subscribe button. Comment down below what you want to see us talk about on the next one because we're here for you. Right, Coach?
Oh my gosh, we're here for you all the way. Hey, listen, there's no reason to suffer real estate, right? A little pain, growing pains is necessary, it's part of the process. But suffering is because we need more skills and more strategies, or better structure, right, Coach? So let's get started. As you know, we come here, Coach Ivon asks me questions that I don't know what they are because we want to make this real as possible so we can bring you some value. Say value, value and power so you can succeed in real estate. So super excited, Coach. So let's get it started.
Yeah, Coach V just said it, guys. I go out there, I find questions, challenges, situation agents are talking about, and bring them here and we talk about them. So let's jump right into our first question that we're going to ask Coach V. So I'll just go ahead
Ready.
and read it exactly. I copy pasted it here for myself, and let's have a discussion. So, looking for some advice. You're competing against another agent for a listing, and the seller said they'll make a decision in the next 30 days. Any tips on how often I should check in with them or try to position myself in front of the other agent as the area expert?
Great question, right? Great question. Now, that brings me a lot of questions, Coach, because you see, if the person gonna make a decision 30 days, I'm wondering, what is the motivation? What is the timing? Why are they waiting 30 days? What has to happen for them to put on the market? What has to happen for them to choose the right agent? Makes sense, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, you really nailed it there, right? We don't have all the information, so we're going to have to be a little general here. But
Yeah,
right away, what we know is there's a couple things that could be happening here. Uh, we don't know if this agent pre-qualified. We don't know if this
exactly.
agent did a strong listing presentation. We don't know if this agent knows the answers to these questions that we have. And ultimately, Coach V, I think the challenge here is, do we have an objection or a condition? And is this just no reflex?
Right? It's so true. I love the way you say, Coach, because it's true. Now, listen, everyone. First of all, let's clarify something for you guys. I want you to think like this. Even if it's your cousin or your uncle, every time you present, you have competition. Because the reality is people have choices and they're searching everywhere. They might love you, but they're still wondering if they make the right decision. So come from a place always that you have competition. And with that in mind, when you talk to them and you pre-qualify, because we know that there are three steps, actually four steps that you do before you get to the listing presentation. So I always teach that your listing presentation starts before you get there, right? So you say thank you, you send an email with your marketing machine, right? You also pre-qualify them and you drive early to know the market. So when you pre-qualify, you gotta ask them, by any chance, I believe it's question two. If they don't mention that they have an agent coming up or they interview people, you ask, by the way, are you planning to interview any other agent for the job? And we ask that because, first of all, we want to know if we have competition for sure. Who is coming? We always ask with nice tonality because then you're prepared. Because if it's from your office, you still want to clarify that not everybody's the same, even though for the same office. And of course, I will always ask, yeah, you interview other great agents, good for you. So what is the most important thing you're looking for the person you're going to hire today? So coach, can you tell how important it is to
So Coach, let's
pre-qualify?
do this. Let's do this because I want us to be able to give some real-time advice for this agent situation. I'm going to set the stage of what I believe is happening here,
Okay,
and then
sounds
you
good.
tell me what you would do. Okay? So, guys, I mentioned it really quickly, objection or condition. An objection is, "Oh, I don't know if now's the right time because, I have to buy a new house and the interest rates are kind of hot." A condition is, "I know that the interest rate is this percentage and the type of house I'm going to buy is going to make my housing payment this much. I cannot afford it." Right. So, like an objection, you can say, "Oh, you think the interest rates are high? Let's look at that. Okay. What's important to you? This. Can we actually do it? We can move ahead." A condition, you can't move ahead.
Nothing
Right.
can do about it.
In
Yeah.
this scenario, it doesn't sound to me like there's a condition. It doesn't sound to me like oh, I'm only going to sign the paperwork after 30 days because of
Yeah.
this reason, and this is physically stopping me from doing it. It sounds like it's just someone saying, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to make a
Yeah.
decision in the next month.
Also, coach, let me also emphasize, sometimes, many times, they get in the house ready and they wanted to be ready before they make a decision because they are working on the kitchen or the garage, whatever it is, and they still talking to other people. So they will tell you, oh, you know what, the house is gonna go, even if they don't say the house going to market will be ready in a month, they say we're going to make a decision a month. Yeah. And right away, I can tell they are probably analytical. So they are starting the market or getting their house ready, taking the time to get ready. So let's
Well,
set the
coach,
stage.
so what I'm starting to get to here is that this doesn't look like a scenario where the person can't make a decision in the next month. This looks like the agent didn't close strong enough for the signature. The person said, I'm going to think about it and we'll get back to you, right?
Right.
So what does this mean? This means that at any moment, maybe it's already happened, they can make that decision and sign the contract with someone else, right? And at any
Exactly.
moment, if they decide, if someone talks to them in the right way and closes the right way, they can sign that paperwork. So this is like, it's hanging out there. So it's really important for this agent to strongly go back and follow up, right, coach?
Right. Exactly. So let me give you right away one of the best strategy. Guys and girls, if you win or don't win the listing, next day, yes, you follow up with an email with the same script I'm going to give you right now, but you still call because nothing's more powerful than a message saying their name. So you call and say, hey, Yvonne and John, right? John and Mary, it was so nice meeting you yesterday. Thank you for showing me your home. It was a pleasure meeting you and talking to you guys. Hey, I was wondering, did you have any questions since we met? Is anything else I can cover? So follow up with that. And then, because you don't know why they're waiting, because I'm guessing here, Coach Ivon, I'm throwing myself here on the guess game, that they don't know why they have to wait a month.
It sounds to me like it's we're going to think about it. We'll tell you in the next month.
Exactly.
It doesn't sound to me like we can't do it until this time because of this.
Yeah, so if you haven't answered those objections, I will go back and say, hey, by the way, I have a very important question. I know you're waiting for a month to make the decision, and it's a smart decision to think about it. Now, I have something that I'm concerned about. Is that okay if we hop on the phone? Because you want to go back and talk to them on the phone and go deeper, because you need to know why they're waiting a month, what has to happen before they make the decision, and what is the most important thing they're waiting for they're expecting for the agent to do, because you got to put your finger there and then step up and position yourself to answer your question, that you have what it takes, the skills, the knowledge, the expertise, the marketing machine, the social media exposure. So you gotta go,
Exactly,
you gotta
coach,
reconnect.
because they didn't say they need to wait a month, coach. They said they're going to make a decision within the next month.
But they're waiting for a month.
All they said is we're going to think about it. We'll let you know within 30 days, right? So they never even told the agent
That is true.
we need a month, we need to wait a month to decide. They just said we're going to decide within the next month. So that means there's nothing stopping the other agent from checking in with them and seeing how they can help them and asking them,
Yes.
is there anything stopping you from making the decision now rather than
Yeah.
later? Is there something that you're expecting to change, right? The lesson here, I believe, coach, for this agent, and that anyone watching this, you guys really got to keep this in mind, is people make a decision in a state of high energy, right? When they're in the right modality, when they're excited about something, when they're talking about something. And that's going to happen at your presentation. When you leave that presentation without getting the signature, without getting the yes, your chances of getting it go way down, because now you're going to
Exactly.
fight to get them back on the phone. You're going to fight to get back in front of them. You're going to fight to get another opportunity. So yes, if you didn't get it at the presentation because you weren't able to handle all their objections, or maybe they do just need some time, keep following up. But the real lesson here is that we're going to make a decision in the next 30 days. We got to handle that objection at the presentation
At
and
the
get that signature.
presentation. So that means, of course, I understand you want to wait to make a decision. Now, can I ask you, because this is important, isn't it? Can I ask you, what's going to happen in a month? What are you waiting to make a decision? You got to go that, guys, you can't give them education if you don't know the pain. You can't help them to get the dream if you don't know what they're dreaming about. You got to go deep, ask the question, and then handle with the 3 steps framework that we teach you guys. So again, listen, everyone, watch our listening presentation and lean in here, because we're going to give you more strategies. But I would say the number one strategy here is do your best, text this person or email this person, whatever modality he likes or she likes, and see if you can hop on the phone again, because you need to pre-qualify better, because then you know you have the ammunition to go and position yourself as the number one, as the best, and also drop the value that you're going to bring to the table and really bring your unique value proposition in a way that no matter who they're talking to, they're going to do business with you no matter what. Makes sense, Coach? That's what the number one strategy is, to go back in the game.
Exactly. So for this agent, if you're listening, if this finds its way to you, follow up with them immediately. Let them know that you have some interesting things you want to talk to them about. Get them on the phone and close for that deal again. Ask them why they want to wait. Ask them if there's anything stopping them. Ask them what about you or what they're looking for in another agent. Just bring all the possible objections to the table to find out why they're not making a decision yet. Because if you're just waiting for them to make the decision within the next month, chances are they're going to decide on whoever's in front of them once they talk through those challenges with themselves.
And if someone's strong, I'll tell you right away. And don't think I'm bragging. It's a reality, because I know my level of skills, experience, and knowledge and confidence. If you don't follow up with confidence, lots of empathy and caring, and they meet and you let it go and wait, they meet someone like me, knowledgeable, skilled, ready, prepared, with a lot of strength, you're not coming back. So one more thing, Coach, I just want to finish this with a bow. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So if you are wondering, oh my gosh, I don't want to follow up so much and be salesy, be pushy, be convincing, be forcing. We never say for you to be forcible. Follow up is the process of helping people. So the main thing is your tonality is a tonality of caring, of helping, of collaboration, of concern. You are here to help. I was wondering why it has to happen in a month from now. Maybe there's some things I can help you with a window of opportunity, or some things I can help you to prepare. Again, tonality, body language. Sounds good?
Exactly. And handle the objections at the presentation. Get the signature there, because even with all the best follow-up in the world, once you walk out of that door, your chances go down a lot. It's hard to get back.
25%.
So let's move on to our next question. I think that's a great one. So this one, Coach, is, sorry guys, I know the name of the show is Ask Coach V. This one's not a question. This is an agent complaining about the current state of things, but I thought it was a great jumping off point for a little bit of discussion. And I think it's something that a lot of agents are dealing with right now. So I'll go ahead and read what they wrote, and then let's talk through it a little bit.
Yes,
so this agent said, this was posted in a Facebook group. They were just venting, and they said, the level of denial with sellers right now in areas where the market is slow is crazy. It doesn't matter how much you prepare them. They always think that their home is special. I just needed to vent. So Coach, here we have an agent that I'm sure she's either dealing with possible sellers who want way overpriced their home, or maybe she's dealing with current listings she has that aren't moving and they don't want to do price adjustments, or they think their home is worth more than the market is demanding. And she's frustrated and she's upset. And honestly, we've seen, even with, with our clients, dealing with some sellers that are having a hard time having their price of their home adjust with the market reality. So for agents that are feeling like this agent is, frustrated, do you have any advice, anything you want to say to this agent?
Yes, I do, as always. So first of all of you listening to this, being here with us, I want to remind you this. We know where you are. And so we have compassion and know where you are. I know this business can be very frustrating and very upsetting sometimes. Now, after saying that, I want you to remind you this. Everyone who loves the house, have pride in the house, and work on his house to get ready, or maybe because they always believe that the house is worth more than everybody else. So don't think this is a now thing. This is always thing. Isn't it true, Coach? They always think, the house is better than the others. So first of all, to be business mature, to be also knowledgeable, and I say this with love for someone who sold over 1,000 homes and been doing this for decades and help a lot of people. Sellers always going to have an inflated view of the home and of the market, because they want to bring to you their concept. Yeah, you got to fight for my home. My home is the best. My home is better than
and also their goals are tied up in their belief of their home, right? If they know that they're getting ready to move, they want to buy a new house, or they want to retire, or they're going to do this, and they need to hit this number, those goals, they really, even if it's not reality, they take what they want to perceive to match those goals, right? So if they know I need 1.2 for my house for this to work, they're going to convince themselves that their home is worth 1.2.
Yeah, and they're gonna sell on you. Guys and girls, real estate is communication. Real estate is a conversation. They are selling you on their house. They are selling you on their beliefs and on the perception. So first of all, strategy number one, that is a principle that's gonna save you a lot of time, energy, emotion, and stress. Don't take anything personal. Don't be offended. I know you're venting. Hey, you're allowed to vent. Now, I will say this to you guys also. Complaining is not a strategy. And complaining doesn't help you. So here's a problem. I have a seller who is thinking his house is better than everybody else. It's an objection. He needs a little education. So you celebrate the house, you celebrate him, and then you detach yourself from the market and explain what the market is all about. Right? And then go
Exactly.
there and handle the objection with class, with knowledge, with skills, with confidence. This is an objection. My house is worth more than anybody in the area. It's an objection because what's an objection? A question in the mind of the consumer, a fear in the mind of the prospect, and an uncertainty or even a crazy state that can be in the mind of the seller. So again, don't take personal. It's an objection that you can handle. And now let's make sure they understand, yes, you value the house, you value his opinion. Now, never but. Don't deny what they say, don't deny yourself, and don't ever make them feel wrong. Don't, always in collaboration. And then you say, now, I understand. Your house is gorgeous, beautiful. I understand you put a lot of time and energy on your kitchen, on your bathroom. Now, let's go over the market because unfortunately, the house is worth what the buyer is willing to pay and the seller is willing to take, and it's all in direct proportion of the location, right? It's related to the location, condition, and benefits. So again, it's skills.
So, Coach, this is a situation where, guys, you have to really put your educator hat on when it comes to price. What you do not want to do is say, seller, this is what your house is worth. This is what I believe your house is worth. This is what your house is worth.
Yes.
What we want to do is educate them first on the fact that pricing is a strategy, right? The way we price the home is a strategy to bring movement, to bring activity. And
Right.
second, that it's not you making up a price, right? We're going to look at data. We're going to look at the market. We're going to come up with what it's going to take for this home to sell. So when you go have these conversations, like Coach V said, don't take it personal, remove yourself from it. It's about the market. It's about the house. And make sure that you always show up. Guys, whenever you talk price, treat it like a mini presentation. Don't just show up there and give a price or tell them, hey, we got to lower the price, or hey, actually your home is worth this. You got to show up with.
No, Coach, I imagine he's talking about this or she's talking about this during the listing presentation. And
Well, Coach,
I
think so. She said the level of denial with sellers right now in areas where the market's slow is crazy. Doesn't matter how much you prepare them, they always think their home is special. So I think this can cover.
she already kind of prepared them. Yeah.
I think this doesn't cover one person, right? I think this could be current clients. It can be prospects she's talking to. It can be people that are getting ready to list, people that are listed. I think it just covers people that have a overpriced vision of their home. And so what I was starting to say about every time you talk price, you can't just talk price with just out of nowhere. You can't just say, hey, the price is too high. We need to lower it. You can't just say, hey, your home is worth this, because people have a lot attached to their idea of the price. So we got to come with, an opening. We got to get back in connection and rapport with them. Make sure they know you're on the same team. Make sure they know you want to get the highest price.
Strategic empathy.
If it's a home that you're going for a reduction, you got to make sure you show the data. What has been happening? We've been at this price. Have we had activity? Have we had offers? Have we had anything? No. Okay. Let's look at the comps again. You got to make sure you always show the whole picture so that we can show them why we believe we need to adjust the price. You can't just give them a price.
So true. And Coach, you made me remind me of our training yesterday with our VIP group coaching call, where we went over the winning every conversation, the power of negotiation, and we were talking about tactical empathy. See, when you have emotion in the middle, when you are feeling, upset or frustrated or pissed off with the seller because he has a overinflated image or picture of his own home, you lose focus, and now you can have tactical empathy, listening, repeat, acknowledge, make them feel important, heard, understood, and then you're already emotional. You lost the game already. So you gotta be guys and girls, listen, skills will set you free. Structure, having the framework for everything you do, it takes away the guessing, the worry, and also makes you powerful. You gotta understand that the seller's gonna be sellers, buyer's gonna be buyers. You're the one who have to upgrade your mindset, your skills, your knowledge, your communication, and not be offended because they will have all these issues and problems and challenges, and they're gonna think their house is better than everybody else. Always 20 years from now, we're gonna have this same conversation, right, Coach?
Exactly. So let me wrap it up like this, Coach. You tell me if you agree, because I see three key points here for agents that are feeling kind of like this agent. The first one is, like you said, don't take it personal. Just be an educator, talk about the market, remove yourself from the market. Don't
Bring
take
evidence.
it
Yeah, bring
don't
evidence.
take it personal. The second one is up your level of skills because it's your job to influence them so that they can see the price that they need to list to sell the home. It's your job to have the skills to do that. And if you're not able to do that with any of your sellers, it's not their issue, it's yours.
Yeah,
And
and
the
I'm
third
applying for the job.
and the third issue is, guys, some people need to go through the process. Some people are tough. Some people are not going to lower their price. They're going to sit on the market for a year because they don't need to sell, right? Some people just, they're not in the right headspace. So even if you do number two and you work on your skills to really help them, some people need to go through it. So number three is make sure you're generating enough business.
Exactly.
Don't just hope on the one person that wants to overprice their home.
Yes, thank you, Coach, because when you generate, you don't have to tolerate. And guys and girls, superstar, listen carefully. It's okay to be the second agent or the third agent. You interview them as well as they interview you. If they're not motivated at all, and the timing is far away, the friction, the resistance, the fight against you is going to be all the way. So there's a cost of listing, there's a cost of a buyer. So know your numbers, track your numbers, and be aware, because it's a negotiation. What are you willing to take away? What are you willing to walk away, I should say? And also, what are you willing to do? I have walked away for so many listings that they are not motivated, unreasonable, and the time is not now. Why I'm going to take the listing now? Spend time and energy trying. Now, if you want to get a listing that you really want, make sure they're motivated, they're ready, and you price them as well as possible. So this is so cool, isn't it, Coach Ivon? We have the opportunity to come here and share our knowledge, our experience, and our wisdom and help some people. I love that.
Exactly. So if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, and make sure you share it with someone that can benefit from it. We're going to do more of these. We're always doing them. This was a great episode, and we're always going to be looking for more questions to talk about. Right, Coach?
Yes, yes, yes. And I love it. Just remember, everything you have right now in your bank account, your life, everything is a result of your level of communication, your habits. So we're always going to bring you the strategies, the tactics, and help you to move up. So go out there, do your magic, go help a lot of people, go improve your skills, go set a lot of appointments, and let's kick ass. Coach, thank you for your brilliance. Thank you for your time. And guys and girls, superstars in real estate, we see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.